several hits overseas as the leader of a rock group called It Bites. Since then, Francis has gone on to release several solo records. He's toured. He's recorded with people like Robert Plant, Elton John, Santana, members of Yes, and Genesis. Francis has spent the past several years touring the world, but he does it in a unique way. He does house concerts. You will find him at you won't find him at an undisclosed living room in Seattle this evening. If you like what you hear this morning, we'll put up a link to a couple of tickets that may be left at bobrivers.com. So maybe
I'm going to see him tonight.
You'll be drawn to do that. And you did this before, right?
I'm going to follow him when he leaves the station this morning. I don't care if I'm invited or not.
And Francis Dunnery right now is in the Carter Subaru Live Theater and has set up there and is going to play a song or two for us. Francis, welcome to the Bob Rivers Show. How are you?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Good. How are you doing?
Oh, fantastic. I got stuck in the traffic a bit, so I'm a bit flustered, but I'm starting to calm down.
All right. Ask Marty if he can mute the reverb while we do the interview portion.
Marty, can you mute the reverb? Is that it?
Oh, yeah.
That's off now. Very good.
Wow.
So, Francis, I'm fascinated by this whole house concert thing.
Right.
How big is it?
It's huge now. I think, this sounds like a little arrogant, but I think I actually invented it in 1996. I did my first one in 1996 for some Grateful Dead fans in Philadelphia. They came up to me and they said, why don't you come play our house or something? So I said, all right, I will. And so I went and did it, and it was fantastic.
Well, and now a lot of musicians, a lot of musicians play for love more than money, but you also make pretty good bread doing this, don't you?
Well, it's a great living.
Exactly.
You don't have any expenses.
What was your tax return last year? How much did you make?
About $4 million.
$4 million. Are we? Which currency are we in? Pesos? What are we in?
Yen.
Yeah. Yen. Yeah. No, but you do well. Let's put it this way: you wouldn't make more going to clubs, would you?
Oh, absolutely not. No.
No.
And mainly because, see, when you go to clubs, you're at the mercy of so many things. Yeah, and then you don't know whether your posters have been put up, you don't know whether it's getting promoted, and the clubs have to make their cash. And so what happens is by the time you go into a club, you're already probably 75% down. Yeah, and then you might have rehearsals, you might have sound checks. You have none of this with house concerts. And one of the best things about house concerts is the personal relationships you develop with these people over the last 12 years. They're like my friends.
Right, you're coming back to a house that you've played before, right?
Yeah, you can't show up there as like some rock star. You can't do that. It's obscene. You have to show up as, you're there to facilitate an evening of good energy and have fun and stuff like that. So, and it's someone's house, so you can't show up as an idiot or you can't be arrogant. You just can't. It takes a certain mindset. So if you're looking to be like a rock star or something, I wouldn't recommend you do house concerts at all.
But if I wanted someone to smash furniture and break their instruments and leave my house
car
looking like a mess,
you call Spike.
That's how you, my friend. I love you.
All right. Now, all right, and you've had success. Your records and your hits and the people that you've played with. Is this a great time for an aspiring musician?
Well, I think you have to be able to adapt. I think it was people talk about survival of the fittest, and it isn't really. It's survival of those who can adapt. You have to be able to adapt to whatever's happening. The internet was both a curse and a blessing because it took out all the middlemen, which allows people like me to survive in the industry. But there isn't really an industry like I knew in the 70s and 80s and 90s. Like that whole thing's gone.
Yeah, the middlemen used to make a select group of people extremely fabulously wealthy so they could own their own islands, and they're out of the loop now.
They're all out of the loop, and so I'm all for progress. I think it's fantastic, but I'm not really in the music industry, so I can't really answer that.
Do you give your music away online, or do you charge for it?
I charge for it, yeah.
All right. At 99 cents, is it on iTunes?
It's 3 million yen.
3 million yen.
That's how we got it before.
That's how much it is.
Yeah. It's worth a lot. I sent you guys a copy of my new album up there, which is a guitar album. I don't know whether you're going to play it or not, or you're going to throw it in the bin, but it's the best one I've ever done guitar-wise.
Oh,
definitely.
Is it? We'll play it, absolutely.
And is this the one, Frankenstein Monster?
The Frankenstein Monster, yes.
All right, well, I want to hear you play at least one song, so let's start. From the Carter Subaru Live Theater, tell Marty to turn the reverb back on, and ladies and gentlemen, playing in a house concert tonight. Here's Francis Dunnery.
All right. So this is a song, it started out for me, guys, where this was my first hit in the world, first solo hit, and I'm going to sing it again. It's called American Life in the Summertime. Johnny left home to seek his fame. He was a small town boy, the streets of LA. A daytime waiter in a nighttime band, acting cool, said he was a real man. Couldn't write a song to save his soul. Ripped off an old tune, said it was his own. Lo and behold, in another few days, 5-star dinner that the company pays. Johnny got a motor, Johnny got a guitar, he got a room and a woman to pay. Johnny got a bit part playing in a video, Johnny on the freeway. I said, let's go drink till the beer runs dry. I said, let's go drink, my baby. American life in the summertime. You know, the girl you want is such a waste of time. Oh, yeah. American life in the summertime got me. Susie got a rise at work today. She found a new sound, yeah. Virginity blown to minimum age. Busy doing nothing on another man's wages. Blonde hair and mystic eyes. A bottle of pills and a little on the wild side. Saturday come and Saturday go. Hanging out backstage waiting for the show. Susie got a motor, Susie got a guitar. She got a room that the company pays. A company girl and a company slave. Susie on the freeway. I said, let's go drink till the beer runs dry. I said, let's go drink, my baby. American life in the summertime. You know, the girl you want is such a waste of time. Ah, yeah. American life in the summertime got me. You know, it breaks my heart to see a nation cloned by someone else's poetry. They got their back snapped by 12-inch pressure of financial bigotry. You know, I still got pride in who I want to be. I don't want to be like them, I just want to be me. A record company clone, not me, baby. Ha! A record company clone, not me, babe. Still singing. Ooh. American life in the summertime. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Send everything you got. American life in the summertime got me. I said, let's go drink till the beer runs dry. I said, let's go drink, my baby. American life in the summertime. You know, the girl you want is such a waste of time. Ah, yeah. American life in the summertime got me, got me. Ah,
Yeah. Flip and show off.
That's something. Ladies and gentlemen, if you just tuned in, Francis Dunnery performing in our Carter Subaru Live Theater and doing living room concerts around the world, making musical history doing that. We can kill the reverb again. Before I have you play a second song, which we're definitely going to do, Reading about your career on Wikipedia,
Yeah.
that's all made up, right?
What do you mean it's made up?
None of that's real. Come on.
Well, it has you living in Los Angeles, being very high on whiskey, crack, and crystal meth, and then
Yep.
it has you back in the UK, then it has you in New York, and it apparently, I believe the reason you're doing these house concerts is so no one can find you. Is that?
If you put up a poster, here
Yeah.
comes the law.
No, did you live that kind of a crazy life?
Well, yeah. I mean, I've always, I've always been a fan of the future. I like, I don't really like to get calcified in my past. I think, a lot of the times, if you have a bit of success, it's easy to get calcified. You just stop, and you don't go forward anymore, and you just stop doing new things. And so, I always try to make sure when I do a new album, it's always a different style of music, or it's something that challenges me. Then I don't get calcified,
Right.
because otherwise, I'm going to end up, wearing like makeup like Duran Duran, because when I had my big hits in the 80s and stuff like that with It Bites, that's usually where you would stop. So I'd have to wear makeup, I'd have to, like everyone did in the 80s, and so I just don't want to do that.
Yeah, here we call it kissified. At the Rock and Roll
Kissified,
Hall of
yeah,
Fame. Yeah.
Well,
Joe, go
one
ahead.
part of the past that I know you embrace, Francis, and so do I, is that of the early Genesis. And I know you're friends with these guys. You've been performing with Steve Hackett. a
Oh,
lot.
I love Steve Hackett. Oh my God, yeah.
Were you on the cruise a couple weeks ago, Steve?
No, I didn't do the cruise, but I play with Steve from time to time. I sang on his last album, which
Yeah,
is
that's
fantastic.
what I understand. Nobody can recreate the early Genesis like
No.
Francis can.
No.
All right, you have beautiful lyrics, beautiful songs, storytelling. I love just even the way you talk about fan of the future. So, do you have a short song?
I have a short song. I've got. Do you want to hear the short song?
Because we blabbed a bit, but I got about 3 minutes left. If you can fit a song, and I'd love to hear one more song. Ladies and gentlemen, see him on the website, bobrivers.com, and follow his travails on the internet. Francis Dunnery. Go ahead.
With reverb. This is a song called Just a Man. I met this girl in town, we started hanging out. She took me home to meet her mom. And I thought I was cute in my new shoes and my suit, but the old girl didn't give a damn. No matter how she tried, the old girl couldn't hide the disapproval in her voice. She took me in the kitchen and said she needed answers. Before that she could make her choice. Are you Irish? Are you Catholic? Are you Jewish? Are you Klan? Are you pro-choice? Are you Baptist? And I said, I ain't anything, I'm just a man. Oh, yeah. I went for a job and I was overqualified. I made a point of combing my hair, and everything was cool till they gave me a pen and I had to fill a questionnaire. And I filled out my name, my address and my zip, and I tried to write no words to offend, but they were only waiting to see what I would answer to the questions that tagged on the end. Are you Irish? Are you Catholic? Are you Jewish? Are you Klan? Are you pro-choice? Are you Baptist? And I said, I ain't anything, I'm just a man. And I refuse to stoop so low when I feel so a part of you all. 'Cause I know you're all good souls underneath the fear. And if I'm good enough for my God, and I'm good enough for me, then why crucify me with a label of someone and something I was never meant to be? Yeah. Are you Irish? Are you Catholic? Are you Jewish? Are you Klan? Are you pro-choice? Are you Baptist? And I said, I ain't anything. I'm just a man, yeah. I'm just a man, whoa. I'm just a man, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm just a man.
Wow. That's beautiful, Francis. This beautiful sentiment, wonderful words, and that no one's writing like that.
Yeah, well, you have to have a bald head to write like that.
You got to be bald.
Yeah.
I say you can't be like a young star.
No, you can't. No,
Yeah.
you can't. No, because if you've got hair, you can't do songs like that.
Not that there's anything wrong with I came in like a wrecking ball or anything.
Not at all.
Beautiful
She's
poetry.
bald in places.
Yeah, she's bald somewhere. Okay, listen, Francis Dunnery, wonderful stuff. House concerts. All the information's at bobrivers.com, and you can get tickets. You can get tickets for this at brownpapertickets.com.
There is a couple left for tonight. We'll
Okay.
put the info up on
Check
the
it out,
website.
brownpapertickets.com. And Jody has the last word of the day.
I'm going to take over this word. This is brought to you by Muckleshoe Casino. We're going to do it again tomorrow. The word is squishy.
And tomorrow, by the way, you have to say squishy again. Tomorrow, Spike will tell you who the celebrity was that the person wouldn't leave alone at the party because we ran out of time and he's out of the room. So the last word again?
Squishy.